I don't know what we do for an encore after that kind of happiness and joy, but here goes anyway. Eva. I could have called you by 100 names, though you don't have, by our family custom, even a middle name. Your Hebrew name, Chava, mother of all life, suggests your multiplicity. After my first invention, the first nickname I called you, against all my natural inclinations, I stopped. So let me explain why you have been, are, and always will be for me, Bibo. The name says motion, and while you are attentive to your surroundings, friends, colleagues, and family, you express yourself in perpetual motion. Your face is always animated, your shoulders twist and square up, your hands touch the objects and invisible forms around you, not a fidget nor a squirm, but the rustling of the wings of thought, a signal that you're ready for life. So I consulted the old Frisco etymological dictionary of names. In an arcane entry, last updated in another century, the editors note that Bibo is likely a derivative of Barbary. They discount any relation to Bo Peep or bumblebees. Like so much else originating in the Golden State, this hypothesis is a bit foggy. I far prefer the theory that Bibo is simply a double preposition, so common in Proto-Semitic in its early dialects, literally in it, which serves as a code word for the spirit dwelling at the core of the inner sanctum of life. What good does it do to name you? I fill up the empty space between us with a sound, Bibo. I can't always touch you, and the time is long past when I could lift you in my arms and you would open your eyes wide to greet the people and the party always going on around us. Gone are the days when, stretched out on my back, I would raise you up on my legs and arms and fly you so high like a bird in the sky. I can still call you by this name. That means I don't know what. But it means that you are still my child, and our lives still stretch out before us endlessly. I've watched over you as if I could protect you, as if I had a say in the way things take shape. I helped you formulate tedious questions for a report on the state of Alaska. I taught you Hebrew, the language that should have been your mother tongue, using the evil child in the Passover Haggadah as a flashcard. I schlepped you to piano lessons with alcoholic Larry, whose sad face evoked our sympathies and made us loan him money we didn't have. And to lessons with crazy Rodolina, the Russian artiste with enough temperament to bring the ivory keys to a boil. When you told her it was over, she threatened, pleaded, and cajoled, and finally pushed you out the door. I tried to make up for these misadventures, and together we conducted a search for the best piano teacher in the world. I swept playgrounds clean of debris so that you and your Berkeley Blazer teammates wouldn't falter as you clashed with the gods of rollerblade hockey. I toured the college circuit with you, filled with the paternal conceit that I would find you a safe place. But your tears in a cafe in Greenwich Village showed me that the die was cast. You chose New York City. I just wanted not to stop time or to prevent you from embracing all that awaits you, but only to find a way to capture what you have invented in me. Yes, Eva, you have made of me a different kind of father than I am for Hillel, a different kind of man than I am for your mother. And then, unfairly, you grew up and I had to change. And speaking of your mother, Rachel, the other woman in my life, I must add that a strange thing came to pass. Without explicitly rejecting me as a role model, you began to borrow from her melange of histories, professions, and moods to form your own identity. Your travels away from us were also an exploration of Emma's lives. She became, in your retelling, a figure of magic realism, the hub through which a California girl bound up New York and Jerusalem, Andalusia and Morocco, and all they represent. It is another talk, the one going on in Rachel's mind this moment, to trace those connections. And watching you and Hillel play off each other, your comic shtick, your camaraderie, and the meeting of two lively minds loosens me up and makes me feel an ease, inexplicable well-being, nachas. In sum, though I often say we're a family of 4 living in 3 countries, we are becoming a family of families, extended as you extend yourself. And though it comes to you as a natural progression, it means to me that I have to pop the creaky joints of my emotional world and, chas v'chalila, open myself up. I've continued calling you this name, Bibo, as if you haven't changed and as if I am the same person who first called you this name. I know better, but I can't help it. I know that you were promised to another, to Matthew, and both of you live in a charmed world of loving each other. And though it pained me at first to admit it, I like this man. I like him as my friend, and I like him as your love. I see in Matt not only what we all see, the charm, the intelligence, the warmth, the social graces and thoughtfulness. I also see the husband and father, roles for which I know he is well prepared. I welcome Matthew to our family, and I'm happy, as I know Rachel is also, to join Jan and Paul and their families. On this joyous day, I wish all of you, af simchas, that we should only meet on happy occasions.
And now Paul Crompie, father of the groom.